Welcome to the San Juan Mountains, southwest Colorado. One of the most spectacular, quite simply spectacular and incredible, true wilderness areas left in the United States. This area stretches for hundreds of thousands of acres in that direction. Over here, these are all 14,000 foot mountains. Up over the top of these mountains will take you down over into Telluride, and then heading off into the west and heading off into the east in this direction. Eventually it'll take you down over the plains of Colorado. But these mountains are just unbelievable, spectacular area, home to many various species of creatures that make this area home. Predominantly high altitude, and here we have a lot of elk. Down in the tree lines you'll find mule deer, bears, mountain lions. There's marmots, there are all sorts of things up here. The area is rich in history. It was a big mining area in the 1800s into the early 1900s. And then mining in this area became, I would say, dangerous would be the best way of describing it. And the war took a lot of the miners away from this area and moved them in the First World War and the Second World War. Removed a lot of the miners away from here to go into coal production and iron production for the war effort. And these areas never really came back for mining. People have tried. It's still very rich in minerals up here, gold, silver, many other different minerals were mined here over the years. People have tried to bring it back. It's a harsh environment for mining. Interesting, particularly at this time of year, we have a species that turns up here that isn't actually native to this area, but they turn up in there in fairly large numbers. Particularly at this time when it's just starting to get a little bit cold, it's coming into fall. It's a migratory style thing. They didn't used to come here a lot, but nowadays we're starting to see a lot more of them. And part of what I'm going to do with this video is try and find this particular species. They can be a little bit elusive, but they're generally relatively easy to find. We need to go down to a lower altitude than this. We'll leave this beautiful area for what it is, pristine wilderness, which here in the next couple of weeks will be completely inaccessible. This will snow in and nobody can get up here at all. But let us go and see if we can find the creatures that we are looking for this film. Do that right now. So here we are in the valley floor. This is obviously a lot lower altitude than where we were previously. Up where we were up above the tree line. We were actually getting into the snow line. We've come down into the valley floor because the species that we are looking for, the particular species that we're looking for, predominantly stays down in these lower valley areas. You'll see them here in vast numbers sometimes. I mean, previously, in years gone by, there may have been a handful of them. You may have seen one or two here and there, maybe occasional glimpses of them on the side of the road. But nowadays, they're everywhere. I mean, it's strange. They're drawn like a moth to a flame to this particular valley. And like moths to a flame, when they get here, they start acting completely irrationally. We're not sure if it's something in the water or the environment, but they lose all sense of reality. They become disorientated, for instance. They'll walk out into the highway with no regards. It actually amazes me that more of them aren't knocked over and killed during this season. And what it is that draws them here is, quite simply, we believe, is this change in the environment. It draws this particular creature to this area. And as with any creature that comes, it becomes a habit. You know, they come time after time after time expecting to see, I'm not sure what. It's not a mating ritual. It's not. We do have a theory as to what it could be. And that theory is, oh, wait a minute. Oh God, yeah, look at this. Perfect. There's an entire herd of them. Look, herds of them. Yeah, look, they're everywhere. Look, there's a bunch of them right there. You see that? They're all over the place. Look, 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 here's one just slowing down. Oh no, wait, no, that one actually pulled off the road. Look at them, they're everywhere. They're taking up the roads. They're just stopping for no apparent reason. Look at them. Look at them. Everywhere, everywhere. And this is a highway, a busy highway at that. Quite a lot of traffic comes through here. That's US 550. Anyway, this is actually quite a rare sighting for so many of them to be seen in one place. Yeah, what a treat. Anyway, so that's what we're talking about. A good sighting of, let me just get this back here. And there you have it, folks. The creatures that we have been looking for, that we have scoured the mountains for. Leaf peepers. Drawn like moths to a flame, like I said. It's a magnet for them. They come in their droves. And they just slam on their brakes and stop in the middle of the road. They do irrational things with vehicles. They just wander around. You'll be coming around a corner and then boom, there's 4 or 5 of them standing in the middle of the road looking at some awesome leafiness. Yes, we appreciate the fact that you're coming here to look at leaves. But please, use some common sense. Do not drive at 5 miles an hour up the mountain pass, hanging out your window with one of these contraptions, doing this. There's 2,000 foot drops on the side of this highway. You're going to plummet to your death because you're doing this, looking at leaves. Ooh, look at me. Yeah, I see it all the time. Doing 5 miles an hour up a mountain pass because it is quite spectacular. I'm not going to deny that. It is beautiful. But if you do want to stop and look at leaves, please stop at a designated spot. Pull all the way off the highway, get out of your vehicle and stay near your vehicle. Don't be wandering across the road thinking you're going to get the awesome shot. Right? Which brings me back to the theory as to what it is that actually draws people here. In years gone by, maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, there was a small group of strange people in anorak-style jackets, and they would come out and they'd have these giant telephoto lenses, and you'd occasionally see them all over you'd occasionally see them up in the mountains getting the perfect photograph of the aspen tree. Nowadays, due to something called social media, everybody's looking for the ultimate cover photo shot. So social media basically has brought all of these people to us. These creatures, the species of leaf people are now here. Unfortunately, they're here to stay. We're not saying that we don't want them. Please, come. I mean, you bring stuff to our economy and such like. Stay in our hotels, eat our food, shop in our stores. But just try and be courteous to the people who actually live here. You know, don't do 2 miles an hour along the highway. Don't block the highway. Don't walk around on the highway. Be courteous. That's all we're asking. Anyway, that's it from a Scotsman on the Loose. Public service announcement to you leaf peeping chaps and ladies. Just be careful. Take care.